Okay, next we're going to talk about the Steiner filter found on the Arturia PolyBrute. The Steiner filter was also found on the Matrix Brute, but it's a little different this time, so let's have a listen to it. And also, this is 6-note articulated polyphony, whereas on the Matrix Brute it is, different. Okay, so I have VCO1 running into the Steiner filter, and the way that you know this is that in the mixer, you turn up VCO1 and you select the orange circle, which is color-coded to the orange Steiner filter. That's how you know that's where it's going. It's super straightforward. I was going to do a video on the mixer, but come on. There, I just did it. Okay, so let's have a listen. As per usual, I am putting just the most standard of sawtooth waves into the filter because we just want to judge from a sawtooth wave to be consistent. So that's what we're hearing. But unlike a lot of my other videos, I'm going to not only do individual notes through the various functions, but also chords. Here we go. Let's listen to the low pass cutoff. Now you'll notice you can still hear something, and that's because this is a 12 decibel per octave filter. Let's hear that with a chord. Because this is a synth with presets, I'm pretty sure that there is a digital layer of control underneath that knob, but you'll notice that there are, you're not hearing stepping. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's listen to it with the resonance a quarter of the way up. Halfway up. Three-fourths the way up. Now let's get below the... nearly 3/4 the way up, just below the self-oscillation sounding sound. Now you did hear some steps in there, but those steps were actually harmonics and not steps. So let's listen to a chord. Not too shabby. And then all the way up. I might have to turn this down a little bit for that. That self-oscillation in the Steiner filter is very, very interesting. Okay, we also have the brute factor, which has been consistently demonstrated in all of the Arturia analog synthesizers, but I'm going to, basically what it's doing, it's a type of feedback And I think it's feedback plus. I think there's some trick to it. There's stuff they're doing to it. So it's a little bit different than just straightforward feedback. And sometimes it gets really crazy and other times it doesn't. To be honest, I never have been able to figure out exactly what's happening the times where it gets really crazy and what's happening the times where it doesn't. But let's see what we can get out of it. Right now, it's just doing a really sweet thickening. Interesting. Anyhow, you can do experiments with it. I'm sure at some point I'll be doing some other patch and it'll go totally bonkers. Something we need to talk about right now is the fact that I just demonstrated the low pass, but there's also a high pass and also a band pass. So I'm going to demonstrate those really quickly too. This is the high pass. Okay, if we start at the top like we did with the low pass, we won't hear anything because the high pass is only letting the high pass. So when we're up here, everything's cut out. Let's choose something better than that low Korean wonder. Anyway. Let's hear it with resonance. Halfway up. Just under self-oscillation. Never turn that back up. Oh, well. And here all the way up. And that is the high pass. Let's listen to the band pass. We'll start at the top as usual. Turn that back up. Actually, turn that up more. And with quarter resonance. Half resonance. Just under self-oscillation. And of course, self-oscillation. It's interesting to hear what happens with harmonics when you're in self-oscillation, and keep in mind, as we pointed out with the oscillators, we're not just hearing one filter when we're playing a chord, we're hearing, however many notes you're playing. In that case, there's 3 different filters. So any variance between them will result in different outcomes than the ones we typically get when I am demonstrating a monophonic synthesizer. And that's really cool. Like down in the self-oscillation on that bandpass filter, when we had a really low filter cutoff point, I was hearing some really interesting rumbling, multiple filter outcomes. I don't know. It was very strange, like nothing I've ever heard before. I like it.